Hi, I'm Matt Hanlin, President of Lifetime Tennis. Today I want to give you some tips on how to improve your game through grips. I know it sounds kind of basic, but there's lots to learn when it comes to grips. So I'm going to go through a few different things. I'm going to go through kind of the different kinds of grips you can put on your rackets, the different sizes of grip that will make you play better or could make you play worse or even get you injured. I'm going to show you how to put it on in kind of a quick fashion. And then a couple of other options to making your grips better. So let's start off the different kinds of grips when you're playing. So first of all, replacement grips. This is what comes with your racket. These are the cushiony, the thicker grip. They should last quite a while and they're usually a little more expensive. As I said, they'll go on first when you buy a racket. Most people like to add an over grip on top of those. And that just is something that you'll wear out quicker. And they usually come in generally 3 packs. One of the most popular grips on the market is the Wilson Pro Grip, followed by the head, or kind of the Torner grip, and also this Prince grip. For me personally, I like the Wilson Pro Grips. They're tackier, they kind of hold my hand better, but if you're sort of someone that sweats a lot, the Torner grip version or the head grip, it actually improves when it gets damp. So in the summertime, especially here in Texas, I use that grip a lot. It just helps me hold on to the racket a lot better. So there's that part of it. Also, I want to show you a little bit about the kind of different sizes of grips. Some people are like, well, what's the best size grip for me? Well, today's game, because it is more spinny, the more modern game requires more wrist snap. So the smaller the grip, the more maneuverability you've got when you're hitting your strokes. So certainly back in the day when I started playing, the grips were a little bit bigger and people would play a little flatter. And that made sense because you weren't pronating your wrists. But nowadays, if you look at someone like Nadal, his grip size is down to maybe 4 1/4, and for a big guy, that's pretty small. So depending on your game style, it should dictate what kind of grip you're going to choose. If you're a flatter player, maybe you want to be a little bit higher. If you like the net, maybe you want a bit bigger grip so you're not breaking your wrist as much. Smaller grip will allow you to be more wristy on your ground stroke. So that would determine kind of your wrist choice. And I have seen people change their grips and it affect their arms and get tennis elbows. So be careful when you do change your grips on how it affects your body. Okay, so that's some of the basics of the grip sizes. Moving on, when you have to put a grip on, if you're in the middle of the match and maybe your racket slips out of your hands and you rip the grip, you got to put a grip on pretty quick, especially if you're using your favorite racket. The pros do it on the changeover. If you've seen them, they're doing it in like 45 seconds. But the couple of keys to that, they don't just go to the changeover and put the grip on. They prepare their rackets before they go to the changeover. So the previous changeover, maybe they get the grip out, they roll it along the ground, it's ready to go, they've taken the plastic off it, they've got the tape ready to go as well, so that when they get sitting down on the changeover, they can just rip their grip off real quick and then put a grip on. Hopefully you won't have to have only a minute to put your grip on if you are playing a match. Maybe your opponents will be a bit more generous and let you put one on. But I'm going to show you how to put one on the right way and kind of mention what not to do. So obviously this is the Wilson, the Pro Grip. It comes with a little sticky part at the end. And so I like to take that off pretty quick and then put that up at the end. I'm a righty, so I'm actually going to go from left to right, starting at the top, holding pretty firm and making sure there's not too much slack. Because otherwise you get some bubbles occur, ripples in the grip, and you want it to be pretty smooth. And so make sure you overlap maybe 1/2 centimeter as you go down that grip all the way, holding pretty tight. That grip needs to be pretty taut, otherwise it will unravel as you're playing and putting pressure on it. So once you've got the rhythm, you can move pretty quick at it, and you want to time it so it goes mostly down that racket all the way pretty much to the end. Okay, and I'm a one-hander, so I like my grip a little smaller. Two-handers might want to bring that grip all the way up to the top. It just depends on their preference. Now, the tape that comes with the grip, it's okay. I mean, this is the regular Wilson tape that comes along the top. I personally like to use some electrical tape. It just, for me, it lasts longer. It's easier to put on, and I can wrap it around as much as I want. And it holds really well to the racket, and that's pretty much what the company's put on when they're giving you the racket to start with. So once that's done, I just rip it, done. That's the grip. If you notice, the lines run with the contour of my fingers. So if that's my forehand, my lines are angled off the same way the grip is angled. So that's how I know I've done it right. If I was a lefty hitting that forehand, my lines are going against the grains of the grip, and it would wear out pretty quick. So that for me is the right grip. It feels pretty good. It's ready to get out there and whack some balls. Finally, I've seen other kind of people add things to their grips like rosin, like sawdust they're using back in the day, used to have pockets full of sawdust. There's a nice product out in the market called Prince Gel, and you rub it on your hands, it makes your hands really dry and kind of tacky and sticky, and that can be a good way to have a better grip as well. So hopefully some of these grip tips help, and you can get out there and use it on your opponents when you play next. Thanks a lot.